Good morning and welcome to Monday morning, day one of lockdown in Sydney. Hope you've all gone out and been able to get some flour ready for your sourdough week. So for those of you still feeding, continue, don't stop. So it's up to 7 days you need to be feeding that sourdough for. But now I'm going to take you on to the next step. So before I showed you how to hand mix and how to auto-lees, now I have a dough here that's actually ready. This dough here is actually been auto-leesed. I also mix through the sourdough and the salt, and then I let it bulk rest for another 2 hours. During that time, I was able to give it 2 folds, which is where I told you, where you actually just give a fold, where you fold the dough over on top of itself, and then I've left it to rest. So now I know my dough is almost doubled here. And when I feel it, it feels like it has a lot of the gases inside, which is what you want. So now I'm actually going to show you how to divide that dough and how to do some hand shaping. Hope you enjoy. Okay, you ready to start? So you'll first need to have some scales. You'll also need to have some flour. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to put a little bit of flour on the top of my bowl here. I'm also going to put flour on the bench, just gently. Okay, then I use a scraper and I scrape my dough from the bowl onto the bench. Here you can also put some more flour on top as well. Right, so now we're going to start dividing. So first what you need is you need to work out, what am I going to make? If you're going to make small rolls, they're about 50 grams to 100 grams. If you're going to make a batar or more like a loaf of bread, that can be anywhere from 400 to 600 grams, even up to 1 kilo, depending on what kind of mold you have. So first thing today, we're actually going to make some, I'm going to show you how to divide. So I first cut the dough here. Try cut it all in one piece so you don't have too many pieces. I'm going to make my dough here 500 grams. All right, then I'm going to check the second one. So I put this one to the side. Then I get the next one. Okay, so 500 grams. And then if you have some left over, you can actually split it between the two. There's no problem with that. So now you should have your 2 pieces of dough here ready like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a pre-shape. This is not actually the final shape, this is just a pre-shape before. So just pat it down gently. Then you take the top, fold it down. Try not to get it too sticky on your fingers. If you have too much flour on your fingers, just wash it off. Then you go the next one down, and then you go down again. Now we're going to turn it over. So you have what I call the ugly side facing up. Then we're going to do the same thing again. We go down, we go down, and we go down. And now you should feel there's quite a bit of tension inside here. So now we can just make it round. I say it's a little bit like driving a car. Just make it round gently. Once again, as I said, this is the pre-shape. So we're going to put this down here. I'm going to do the same again for you. What you need to do is you pat it down a little bit, take the top, fold it down. You're going to create like a little bit of a wave at the top. Then you go down again, down one more time. You can always use your scraper to get it off the bench if it's a bit sticky. Next one again, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Once again, like I said, and we're just going to make it round. Now this is just called degassing. It's quite important. The dough is actually going to rise back up again. Don't worry if you take the air out of it. But now we're going to put these on the bench, and we're actually going to rest these now for at least another half an hour to 1 hour, depending on how active your sourdough is. Also how much temperature is in your bakery. We're also going to cover these, so make sure you cover these with a cloth. Okay, so they don't get too dry. So we just cover these up. And like I said, we're going to come back in about half an hour and we're going to do the next part, which is the shaping.